respectable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Arizona Cardinals. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. Darnay Holmes now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Okay, here we go. Let's go get one. Let's go get one. Let's go.
Now the NFC's leading rusher a season ago. Here's Saquon Barkley. Now he's free to midfield. Saquon Barkley. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. 62 yards. He was over 100 yards a week ago, and he's well on his way once again.
Say it with me, partner. Encore, encore. This guy's headed towards getting it done one more time.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Now Jones. He'll find Hodgins there complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Barkley is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. So stuffed from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Barkley again. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point try good by Gano. And that makes the score 7-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start with the option. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Murray going to hold on to it once more. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They're going for it. It's Murray. And they hit him as he throws as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and it'll be a turnover on downs. A 1st down carry for Barkley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the foot.
Touchdown, Giants! Darius Slayton, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gano the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
Giants 14, Cardinals nothing.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals take over first and 10.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Brings up second and 5 at the 30-yard line.
They run the option on second down. There he goes, left side. Down the left sideline. He may go. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kyler Murray, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cards are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Jonathan Gannon making the call. They'll line up to go for 2. It appears they're going to throw for it with Murray. And this is going to be intercepted. And they've got it. They recovered it. They hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Second down and 8. They'll run it again with Barkley. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. Look at this Arizona defense. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because his feeling was good, solid performance, did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely would like to see some improvement in this week's game.
They always want improvement, don't they?
They certainly do.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out, and he is going to need to bomb this one. Gano's kick is good. Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg and boom, over the crossbar.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Running right on the option is Murray. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on fourth. They're going to try a second time. Mims in motion left. Murray and company going for it on fourth. He's going deep for Brown. They got his man complete. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's first and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one. There's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line. From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. Now Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown Cardinals. Denzel Mims, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. They'll try and throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Boy, they're down only 1 score. Still first half, but they're going to line up for the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Yeah, you got to wait until that ball goes 10 yards. They did not. They hit it before, and that draws the flag every time.
And there's no doubt in my mind that converting an onside kick has never been tougher in the NFL with the new rules. So trying to get it to 10 yards, timing up perfectly, that's tough enough to begin with. But when you go ahead and grab it before it goes, you've got no shot there.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And this play a lot like the previous one, thanks to that stout Cardinal defense. Back-to-back, they've been tackled behind the line. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Throwing Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. Gano's kick is good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 2nd and 7 from the 20. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. The offense on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on 4th down. Let's see what's in store here. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 24-yard line.
Looking to throw. Jones under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Byron Jones getting to him from the secondary.
The competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. So Jones off, Graham Gano on here for the New York Giants field goal. Gano's kick is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Hollywood Brown was not there as part of his debut season in Arizona, missing 5 games and crossing just 700 yards. We'll see if a regime change is what gets Brown back over 1,000 yards into that next gear beyond. Good play there to pick up the first.
Cardinals got to go quickly, hustling to the line. Play action. Now it's Murray. This is taken in by McBride. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And this is caught. It's Brown. The Cardinals forced to burn a 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. From the gun, Murray. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
We don't see him miss too often. The ball could have slipped a little bit coming off his hand, and that's all it would take to send it high and out of bounds without a play.
The offense staying out there. They're at 50%, 2 for 4 thus far in the game. What can they do here on 4th down? The man in motion is Brown. Murray sets to throw on 4th. He's got his line back out of the backfield. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Here's Murray. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. A final shot before half from Murray. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And will they call it a touchback? No, it's out at the 1-yard line. They were inches there from blowing a golden scoring opportunity. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
He's going deep for Brown. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
That is caught. Room here to run. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Flushed out right. And I think the ball's out. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. So it's kind of more of the same offensively. This was a team needing to come out of this third quarter with a little fire. Instead, they put the ball on the ground.
And you know that has to be the discussion at halftime because they're down 2 scores. We got to come out with a little bit more urgency than we had in the first half. Now that urgency falls on their defense because they can't fall down 3 scores.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Cardinals 12. Graham Gano to kick off for New York.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Cardinals take over at 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
He's got this one completed to Mims. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Pass to Brown. He's got it on the crossing route. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
That's another Cardinals first down. 1st and 10 at the 15.
Off the option, here's Murray running left. He will push his way down to about the 14. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now Murray off play action.
At the Giants' 14-yard line.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. This now a 3rd and 4.
That's a gain of 5.
Throwing now is Murray. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And the Cardinals are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll try to run this one in. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. They'll try again, and he will not get in. In fact, he might have lost a yard. Back to the 2. Now Murray sees something. He's going to change it up. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that is caught by Brown for a Cardinal touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Cardinals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 43. He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Now Jones.
Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Markellmyboy. And the Cards are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard.
On play action, it's Murray.
At the 29-yard line.
Throw left side, taken in by Mims.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. Play fake. Murray. They'll roll him out right. He's going to look deep for more. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
It's been a nice day for him as a passer and as a runner. One of the few mistakes he's made in this ball game. The wrong choice on that one. That one goes incomplete.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 44-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Murray now running right on the option.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And they're going to speed things up here. 1st down, Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Murray now. Here's Higgins out on the right side. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Elijah Higgins.
His 1st NFL reception goes for 6.
And the Cardinals have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point good by Prater. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their 1st interception of the ball game.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. A handoff, Barkley running left. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Throwing Jones. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. Gano's kick is good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. And he'll run on the inside handoff. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
It's fourth down.
Now Murray's got to have this one. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on fourth down. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. 2nd and 6. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he'll get them inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Every yard they gain, getting them better and better field position. And obviously, a field goal makes this a 2-score contest. That's really all they need.
And that means for your play caller, he's not looking to the attack portion of his sheet, right? He's looking for, okay, what do we have that's going to keep us in a good spot? No lost yardage plays. Let's kick the field goal, go up 2 scores. If we score a touchdown, great. But that's not what you're really playing for.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Gano's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
Green.
Murray now on first down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
They're going for it. Hits Murray. And this is intercepted. And that should do it.
Picked off by Xavier McKinney.
And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
But with the points that we've seen scored, has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always